What's up, y'all? So I'm finna read Proverbs 8 through 11, chapters 8 through 11, and I'm going to give the preface, and I'm gonna get straight into it. So the preface is, within the Bible, especially Proverbs, there's a physical and spiritual understanding. There is no such thing as opinion, but better said, levels of comprehension that can be attained depending on the vibration you register in information. It's a living word. It's a living word, so you can understand it on levels, different levels of vibration, right? And you can get higher and higher understanding. This is very important in Proverbs because it's so deep. Honestly, when you actually put your mind to spiritual things, that it can fall short in someone's comprehension if you do not put it into higher vibrational things, which is higher than carnal understanding, and you put it into spiritual understanding. So two other prefaces is what I want to say. The corrections and further understanding is going to be in the description box, and also it's going to refer to wisdom as a she, because wisdom is a literal spirit and it is an effeminate spirit. It's also going to say foolish women and be talking about the strange woman spirit, which is the same thing. It's the arch enemy of wisdom, which is also a feminine spirit. And basically that spirit, it's going to be talking about opposites. So it's going to be going from you'll see a back and forth of what the benefits of wisdom versus the cons of having this strange woman spirit, which can work in men and woman. It's not talking about literal women, right? This is a spiritual thing. So as this feminine spirit of wisdom can work within a man and a woman, so can the strange woman, which is the opposite of the spirit of wisdom, right, can work in man and woman. But it refers, because this is literal, a feminine spirit, so you have to have spiritual understanding in order to comprehend a lot of the stuff being said. That has to be said only because it's just that deep. But this is very simple. The back and forth comparisons, if you listen in, right, is very simple, and so it will explain. So I'm going to begin. Proverbs 8. Let's go. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places. This is she, right? She, wisdom, is speaking to you, right? So doth not wisdom and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way, in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates in the entry of the city, at the coming of the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of an excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. And all the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward and perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth. So as I said, that this is a simple understanding. And what this is saying is, in the high places she calleth out and says, come and listen. And what it is saying that it says that and wickedness is an abomination to my lips, and all the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is no forwardness or perverse in them. They are plain to him that understandeth. So that's what I was getting at when it says it's that they are plain to him that understandeth. What it is saying, that this is a simple understanding if you are a person of higher comprehension, that you can. It's simple, right? You're gonna understand as I continue, but this is a very simple understanding for those who care to obtain the wisdom. So if you want to understand, you will understand. And write to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not compared to it. I, wisdom, so it's wisdom is speaking to you. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. Wisdom sees all. The fear of the Lord, it's able to discern all, is what it's saying. It's able to discern all. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy. And the evil way and the forward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine, and wisdom and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me. So what it is saying, it says, I love them. Wisdom is saying, I love them that love me. And notice it says, and nobles, even all judges of the earth. So a lot of people, these simple-minded people say, oh, only God can judge me. But they use the Bible as a weapon, always saying that, there is no judgment, right? But yes, there is judgment, but it's saying that wisdom judges correctly, right? What will we be without judges? Would you ever get, fairness even in this world at its most basic form? But wisdom, right? And it says, even as in nobles, even all the judges of the earth. But you must judge with wisdom, otherwise you'll judge incorrectly, and it will be wrong. And those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor. So it's saying, go, and if you want to understand these things, you will understand these things, which is why it will be simple. Riches and honors are with me. Yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold. There's wisdom. There's nothing on this earth that can compare to the beauty of wisdom. And my revenue than choice silver. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. So this is saying that wisdom will bless your spirit, and it'll bless you in the physical world, because you'll make better decisions, and this will benefit your spirit and your physical and spiritual understandings. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way. Before his works of old, I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there was no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water, before the fountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depths, when he established the clouds above, and he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave to the sea his decree, that the waters shall not pass his commandment, when he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was with him as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable parts of his earth. And my delights were with the Son of Man. Wisdom loves to teach the Son of Man, which is us. The son. It says the sons of men. It loves to teach men and women. It loves to teach us humans. And the spirit of wisdom it's saying in this passage here that it's always been within the Lord. Wisdom has always been sound within the Lord. Before the world was even created, God had wisdom within and had given to us. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life. Sin leads to death, but whoever holds on to wisdom, they find life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me, if you sin against wisdom, and you turn to the strange woman spirit, which is a spirit that can work in male and female, and He that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul, and they that hate me love death. Sin leads to death. So if you hate wisdom, if you hate getting understanding and growing and being reproved, it will lead into death, right? Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars. She hath killed her beasts. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She hath set forth her maidens. She hath cried upon the highest places of the city. Who is simple? Let him turn in hither. And for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, come eat of my bread and drink of wine which I have mingled. So when it says that she has killed her beasts and she has mingled her wine and she has set the table, so it's saying that she is prepared. She's prepared those. She's prepared a table for you to come and listen and eat of this bread and put these things into your stomach and place it in cohesion with your energy, that you may be greater and smarter and eat of this delicious bread of wisdom, right? And become better in the spirit. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man giveth himself a blot. So what a scorner is, it's a beast, it's an unlearned person. So I'm going to replace that word often with unlearned. So he that reproveth a unlearned person getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth to himself a blot. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Because when you correct somebody who cannot accept how you are correcting them in rightful judgment, in rightful wisdom, in understanding, right? They will hate you for it, right? They'll, oh my gosh, like, why are you telling me this? Like they will hate wisdom, right? But it's saying, do not cast your pearls into swine, because see, these unlearned people, right? These beast energy people that hold this beast energy, once they got the mark of the beast, right? They are unlearned, and you are casting your pearls upon swine, because they don't want to hear wisdom. They don't want to hear the truth. Rebuke a wise man and he will love thee. So if you rebuke somebody who is a person of understanding and wants wisdom, they will love you. I love when people correct me, right? Because it makes me a better person. But not everybody is like that. And that is, right, even though it hurts, right? It might not always feel good, but the truth hurts. Do not want the truth. Do not love the truth. There's some people out there that don't, right? But it says, rebuke a wise man and he will love thee. Give instruction to a wise man and he will yet be wiser. It will make you a better person. Teach a just man and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. For by me thy days shall be multiplied. Sin leads to death, but by wisdom, by following God, by following the Most High, by following our Father, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, your life will be longer, right? Your days will be multiplied. You won't go out and run unto death, right? And the years of thy life shall be increased. If thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. But if thou scornest, thou alone shalt bear it. It's going to be on you if you don't listen to wisdom. A foolish woman is clamorous. So when it's saying a foolish woman, like I said, it's talking about the strange woman spirit. It's not just talking about, a little physical woman. This can also be explained, a foolish man is clamorous. But this is a spirit. A foolish woman is talking about the spirit that is working within man and woman. And it's going to refer to her as a she. Continuing, she is simple and knoweth nothing, for she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high places of the city. She dissing her arch enemy on a seat in the high places of the city, just as wisdom does. And it calls to call passengers who go right in their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. And he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. So when it says that the bread is sweet, right, it's comparing as, the table, come and eat, right? When wisdom invites you, right? The same thing with this strange woman spirit, right? Of that is the arch enemy of the spirit of wisdom. She versus she, the spirit, right? it like I said, works in man and woman, right? This strange woman spirit also says, come here, right? But this bread is sweet for only a moment, but it will turn gravel in your mouth. It is poison, right? It is like, with the apple and Beauty and the Beast, right? It's like, come on, eat the apple, but the apple is poison. You don't know that that there are many that have died from eating of this invitation. Understand? So the Proverbs of Solomon, this is Proverbs 10. The Proverbs of Solomon: a wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to be famished, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. This is saying that God, along with wisdom, will not suffer the righteous to be famished. So they say bad things. Why do bad things always happen to good people, right? Well, if you continue to do good, God will not famish your soul. If you accept the Lord, right, into your spirit and in his truth, right, your soul will not be famished. You will be filled with the wisdom that you want to obtain, and this will be a blessing unto your soul. But he casteth away the substance of the wicked. They will not stand forever. They will fall. Pride comes before the fall. There will be many, right, that yes, they may have money, they may have substance and have pockets full of cash, but yet it will be a snare to them eventually, right? They will not be fulfilled inside. All these celebrities that always tell you, I'm not happy. Money will not make you happy. The substance of having these material things will not make you happy. This is what it's saying, and it will be God will take his joy, that because he is the giver of joy, he will take this joy away from them. They will not be fulfilled. They will be famished. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand. This is saying that if you're complacent, you will become poor spiritually and physically. But the hand of the diligent maketh rich spiritually and physically. He that gathereth in the summer is a wise son, but he that sleepeth in the harvest is a son that causeth shame. Right? The harvest is also in physical and spiritual, but we are giving, we're trying to win souls ideally, right? But if you don't gather in this harvest, your Father who is in heaven, he's not going to be happy. It's going to cause shame upon you. Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. The wise in heart will receive commandments, but a prating fool shall fall. He that walketh uprightly walketh surely, but he that perverseth his ways shall be known. The truth will come out. He that winketh with the eye causeth sorrow. He that is shady, right, will cause sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall. The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life. There's power in the tongue with life and death, right? The tongue has the power of life and death. You can either hurt people and nourish someone's soul, or you can destroy a soul. The mouth of the righteous man is a well of life. It makes people feel better and grows people, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirreth up strifes, but love covereth all sins. In the lips of him that hath understanding wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life. The fruit of the wicked to sin. He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuses reproof erreth. So if you deny wisdom, if you deny rightful correction, then you will err. It will cause error in your life. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. So a fool, a person that is a fool, defined as a fool, is a person that be acting like, oh, in your face, right? Winking with the eye, acting as though they are that they love you or they're your friend, right? That Jekyll and Hyde, right? That person that acts like, oh, like, yeah, I'm your friend, I like you, right? But they hide their hatred with their lips, so their mouth speaks, but what do their actions say? In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. So the tongue of the just is a choice silver, the heart of the wicked is little worth. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom. Sin leads to death. They will be famished of this joy, and fools will eventually die spiritually and or physically for want of wisdom, because they did not obtain wisdom. They pushed away wisdom. The blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. The Lord is not a genie. You don't mix bad with good. It is as sport for a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom. It's like I'll give you the worst case example, right? It's like you go out and you like, hey, how many bodies you got? A lot. How many? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a sport to them. It's a sport to be of this negative and wickedness, right? It's fun, but it's gonna lead to death. But the desire of the righteous shall be granted. As the whirlwind passeth, so is the wicked no more. They will be cut off, right? But the righteous is an everlasting foundation. We will go on, right? Heaven and hell and this destruction that you will cause upon your life, depending on your decisions spiritually and physically. But the righteous is an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth, as smoke to the eyes, so is the sluggard to them that send him. The fear of the Lord prolongeth days, right? Death leads sin leads to death, but life will prolong your days. The fear of the Lord, a rightful respect, as he is your father, right? A rightful respect. But the years of the wicked shall be shortened. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. The way of the Lord is strength to the upright, but the destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity, the children of Satan. Destruction shall be upon their lives, right? The righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom. I want to point out here where it says, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. Right now, they have the enemy has a lot of control over this world, right? Why do bad things happen to good people, right? We're at war, and right now the enemy has territory in this world, and he causes problems for those who are trying to give wisdom and give this truth, right? This is a war, but yet, the destruction of the wicked and those children of Satan and those who are doing wrong and not listening to obedience, right? And not listening to wisdom, eventually they're going to be their own destruction. Okay, so they're gonna be their own destruction. Like when you do something wrong, if you out gang banging, for example, right, you are going to be your own destruction. Like it's not anybody's fault but yours. It's you will be your own calamity. Continuing, and this is on all sectors of life, and from the smallest to the greatest. Continuing, the mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom, but the forward tongue shall be cut out. So forward means disobedient. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable. So when you have wisdom, right, you're able to make correct judgment. You know what is right and wrong. But the mouth of the wicked speaketh forwardness. So the mouth of the wicked speaketh in disobedience. The heart will speak what the mouth is full of. The mouth will speak what the heart is full of. Continuing, Proverbs 11, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. So this is in all things, you should have balance and moderation. But this is also speaking to wisdom and how there's justice. This is what a lot of Proverbs 8 through 11 is talking about. It's talking about justice and balance in your judgment and knowing what is right and wrong and acting upon the right. So it is saying a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, because you will do abominable things if you are over on the left instead of the right. But a just weight is his delight. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. Pride comes before the fall. But with the lowly is wisdom. But the integrity, so the lowly, the humble, with the humble is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of the transgressors shall destroy them. They'll be their own destruction. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but the transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. But a wicked man dieth, in his expectation shall perish. So in the hope of the unjust men perisheth. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead. An hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but the knowledge shall the just be delivered. When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting. So that's saying that when it goes well for those who do well, right, everybody is happy. But when the wicked, when Hitler died, it's a lot of people turning up, because nobody likes the wicked, right? Even though, people laugh and smile in your face, when you do wicked things and you say wicked things, they might act like your friend, right? But nobody likes a wicked person. Wicked hate the wicked, and even the just hate the wicked. Everybody hates the wicked, but, people put on a mask and pretend, right? Continuing. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He that is so a city, a place of where there abounds wickedness, which is where this world is, right? It will be overthrown. Destruction is coming to this world. Don't you see the plagues that God is laying upon and allowing in this world, right? Because we will be our own destruction in this wicked world. The city shall fall. He that is void of wisdom despiseth his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace. A talebearer, which is basically a snitch, right? A snitch, and I have it in my notes. It's a gossiper. A gossiper is a tale in a snitch. Revealeth secrets, but he that is of faithful spirit concealeth the matter. So it's saying it's a good friend, right? Where no counsel is, the people fall, but in multitude of counselors there is safety. He that is surety for a stranger shall smart for it, and he that hateth suretship is sure. A gracious woman retaineth honor, and strong men retaineth riches. The merciful man doeth good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tendeth to life, but so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. It be his own calamity. They are of a froward heart, a disobedient heart, and they are an abomination to the Lord. But such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, though it might be a big old army out there of the wicked, hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. They still will get theirs. God is a just God. Wisdom will do its work in justice. And we just have to wait on it. And maybe it comes in different ways, man. It's deep, right? Okay, continuing. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. So this is another diss to that spirit of the strange woman, which is the opposite of the feminine spirit of wisdom, right? It's saying that that do not cast your pearls before swine. It's like a jewel of gold in a swine's snout. These unlearned people, those who got the mark of the beast, right? They are unlearned, and it's like, you trying to correct and tell and give reproof. It is a jewel. It's a jewel of gold in a swine's snout. It's pointless. The desire of righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. But there is that scattereth and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty. So what I put for this, I'm gonna read it off. It's basically saying that scatter but increases, chance in life is, but God still will dish out justice. So, things happen by chance. You might see somebody rich because even though they scatter and do wrong, right? Or you might see somebody poor doing right, or you might see somebody holding on to all the money that they can, but yet they are poor, right? So these things, may we understand in the physical of things how they look, but it is all still, God will still dish out justice correctly, fairly, and perfectly, whether you get to see it or not. Continuing, the liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. Also made a note for this. So what this is saying is, you are what you eat. And liberal means to be tolerant. So what you accept is what you become. So what you accept, the liberal soul, so the accepting soul shall be made fat. You eat whatever comes into you. This is beast energy. And he that watereth shall be watered himself also. So if you're promoting somebody doing toxic things, right, then you'll be watered with the same thing that you are watering that person, which is tolerance and acceptance of things that are toxic. But it's also the same thing on the flip side, right? If you are giving in reproof and giving this wisdom of truth, well, it will water your own spirit as well. He that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head of him that selleth it. Right? So this is, I'm not talking about literally selling wisdom, but if you withhold wisdom, right, then it will be a curse to you. And there's multiple ways to frequencies that you can comprehend that on. But where I'm at right now is saying, that if you withhold, right, the things from the people, the truth and these good things, right, it will be a curse unto you. He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him. So, what goes around comes around. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. So it's like saying, how the God will make your enemies your footstool when you follow in his righteousness. And he that troubleth in his own house, he that stirs up mischief and problems in their own house. This is even for the house of God. If you are a son of the Lord and you cause trouble in our house, in our temple, that as we are one body, you will inherit the wind, right? You're going to inherit a storm in your life. It's going to make problems in your life. So, and it is the same thing in multiple levels. If you are let's say you are the father or mother of your house, and you cause problems in your house, you're going to inherit a storm in your own life. Your workplace is going to be bad. Your life is not going to be of what is going to continue righteous fruit. The fruit of righteousness is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. Behold, the righteous shall be recompense, which means to be paid back in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinners. So it's saying that, do not be deceived by the fact that what you see in the physical, man, God is going to bless, and God already does bless those who follow in his ways. Just wait on it, right? He's got you. So basically, Proverbs 8-11, it goes back and forth and just explaining what will happen to the wicked and how they will cause their own calamity, and how, be not deceived, man. God is a just God, and man, when you really follow in the Lord, you're full of joy and life, man. But people might not see it on the outside because they're materialistic, thinking, oh, that person is not balling at the top like like this celebrity or these rich people, right? Who are not even happy with their lives. Why? Because they tell you all the time. They always tell you, but they smile and pretend, right? And this is that don't follow what they say, but look at what they do, right? It's all toxic energy, and this world will fall by its own means, right? We're in a toxic world, and God will recompense. God will pay back, and He will avenge, right, the righteous. So, right now this world is given to the enemy for a temporary amount of time, that he may separate the wheat from the tares, but it's all good because God will dish out justice. And best believe, as you can see with this these pandemics and stuff going on, right? God is dishing out justice, and it's only a matter of time, and the Lord is coming back and all that good stuff. So yeah, just stay in Christ and do not push away wisdom. When somebody reproves you, and do not be forward and disobedient and pushing away wisdom, because when people correct you in justice and wisdom, they're only helping you be a better person. But not everybody wants that, so it is what it is. Appreciate y'all, and thanks for watching. Any corrections and further understanding will be in the description box. There was one thing, I think it said something about surety. I wasn't really completely comprehensive on what that was saying, so that's going to be probably in the description box. So check that for corrections, further understanding. Thanks for watching.